be held accountable. Feminism has made it normal to constantly blame men for the problems of women.
I realized I was using feminism pretty much as a cover-up for how much I despised the male species.
In case there is a world war, I'm not a feminist. My job is to stay in the kitchen.
I really need someone to tell me if having kids is worth it.
Why did you think that we needed to work as much as men?
Being an independent woman is fucking overrated. I'm leaving.
Whoever fought for women to get jobs. Why? Why did we do that? I am so tired. I want to just put my feet up.
Okay, listen up. All the women who consider themselves independent women, right? You got your own money, you got your own car, you got your own hat. Listen, being an independent woman is fucking overrated. I don't want to pay for my own shit. I don't want to have to carry my own shit. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm done. Yesterday, I carried so much fucking heavy flooring, 40 packs, on my own. On my own. A man was there, but he left me to die in the street. And I carried it myself, and I thought, this is what I wanted. Smash the patriarchy, but you know what? Leave a crumb. Leave a crumb of it so that I don't ever have to do that shit a fucking again. That's where I'm going for 2021. No more, I'm baby.
Every time I get a new job, all I can think about is getting another job because I'm so unhappy. And I realize that it has nothing to do with the jobs I get. I just don't want to work.
I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. Should I call out? But I need the money. I don't want to go to work. I'm going to work.
First reason I'm no longer a feminist is because I realized I was using feminism pretty much as a cover-up for how much I despised the male species. I don't feel that way now, but at the time, I had a lot of bitterness towards men. So I was kind of using feminism as a way to be rebellious. I didn't realize this until I started to observe other women who claimed to be feminists. And I noticed their attitude towards men. And I was like, seems like it's a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of resentment. I don't know if you are really being a feminist for the right reasons.
Hello. Just a little psa. In case there is a world war, I'm just reminding you, I'm not a feminist. Feh. My job is to stay in the kitchen. I don't go to no battlefield. The only thing I'm battling is a potato kegel.
I think many women's bullshit is rooted in the paranoia of the boogeyman of male sexuality. The danger and fear of violence from a biologically stronger sex has a real basis, but these women do love to use it as a crutch or excuse for their own bad behavior and selfish demands. Historically, women have been oppressed. I think knowledge of that truth leads some to consciously or subconsciously believe that there's some kind of societal debt owed to women as a group from men. Whether that's true or not, some women take this understanding to the extreme, trying to apply that notion to the individual man that exists in this present day. I believe this is the cause of a lot of the entitlement and the outrageous demands you see from women like on FDS, and counterintuitively upholding beneficial sexist practices. This causes tension between the sexes and leaves everyone miserable. You see, women are extremely group-oriented. That's why we're the primary victims of social contagions, cutting, eating disorders, eraser burns, and many more. And why women rule social media movements, body positivity, Me Too, among others. Right now, female empowerment is the big thing. Women see sassy, beautiful, finger-snapping boss babes on social media telling them not to settle, and it lights a fire inside of them. It's an emotional thing. The commander of an army might give a big, powerful speech about crushing the enemy and rile up his soldiers. The same thing happens with women on social media. A woman with a ton of followers and a fake glamorous lifestyle posts a bunch of empty women empowerment quotes, and it riles women up. That's why you see so many women trying to maintain the boss bitch persona, even when they're obviously hurt. A man stands them up on a date, and suddenly it's, well, he was a mediocre white cishet male anyway. I didn't like him anyway. He wasn't shit, blah blah blah. At this point, even admitting a man hurt your feelings is a threat to the boss bitch persona that so many women on Instagram and TikTok try to act out. So they act as though men are beneath them, and only the best men can get them. And this inspires young women on social media to follow suit. Because if she's doing it, I have to do it too. It's 100% a social media problem. I also believe that women, on average, are deluded about how desirable they are, and that these delusions are the cause of a lot of unhappiness and anger. I believe that most of us, both men and women, when we look for a long-term relationship, are trying to find the best partner that we can get. Studies have shown that people tend to try to pair off with contextually similarly attractive peers. I also think that most of us, both men and women, develop our sense of our own desirability by experience with others. However, there are real differences. First one, studies have shown repeatedly that women are pickier than men when it comes to casual sex, extending to at least casual dating at younger ages. There is no reason to believe this difference continues at full strength when it comes to long-term relationships. 2. Straight women prefer to date men who are their age or older. Both men and women are willing to tolerate larger age differences as they grow older. The classical formulation is half age plus 7, or twice age minus 14. But among straights, the older male or younger female pattern is strongly entrenched. 3. Surveys suggest that as never married men grow older, their interest in marriage declines over time, and that this is not true for women. Men also are removed from the dating pool by external forces at a higher rate, in particular because they die at a faster rate and are imprisoned at higher rates. Because of the combined factors of 2 and 3, the ratio of competitors to prospective long-term mates increases over time for straight women and decreases over time for straight men. So relative to their long-term relationship dating pool, straight men typically become more attractive over time, while straight women typically become less attractive over time. There are individual exceptions, and it's not true in absolute terms, but relative terms are what matter here. Because we develop our own sense of how desirable we are from experience over time, our perception of our own desirability is usually at a time lag from reality, if we become more or less attractive. For example, by gaining or losing weight, growing older, working out, and changing style, it will take us a little while to fully realize the change, especially if the change is negative. Most of us have self-esteem that rises over time, men or women, and we like to blame others for negative outcomes while crediting ourselves with positive outcomes. Self-serving bias is real and strong. Since the general trend for straight women is, in relative terms, negative, straight women's perceptions of their desirability are inflated relative to straight men's perceptions of their desirability, meaning that straight women tend to bring inflated expectations to the table. For straight women going through a transition period and just starting to look for a long-term relationship, this is compounded by my first point, making for a bunch of straight women in their late 20s and early 30s who are either angry or sad about not getting the caliber of man they think they deserve. There's not anything special about straight women's psychology. Men and lesbians who used to be hot stuff and declined in relative attractiveness are also likely to suffer inflated expectations. But the relationship between age, casual sex, and long-term relationships between men and women means that it's primarily a straight woman sort of problem. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.